welcome back to another studio vlog, or hello if you're new. Thank you so much for being here. I don't have loads to do this week. Now I think I say that every week at the moment, but the thing that I really want to get done right now is something I mentioned I'd do in last week's studio vlog, but I had never got around to doing it. So I've got new enamel pins, well, a new enamel pin that I want to get listed on my shop, and a holographic sticker as well. But then I also want to retake the pictures for my other enamel pin, which is my Humblebee, which is an encouragement to do more of what you love. I like to have like little hidden meanings behind items without kind of it being the meaning right there in your face. Like I like it to be a subtle thing. So I've got a bee with headphones, and he's called a Humblebee because he's humming to music. And yeah, he's just an encouragement to do more of what you love and do what makes you happy. And then I've also got my Reach for the Stars enamel pin, and it is my Penguin character holding a glittery star, and that is an encouragement to reach for your goals and dreams. Like I just love to have meaning behind what I create and to feel like it could help someone through their day if they see it. Like that's kind of the way that I create my products. Let me show you actually. And this is my little Humblebee. I think it's about 1 inch, a 1 inch pin, so it's quite small, but I think it's perfect for what it is. And then he's just got a little blue pair of headphones, and then he sits on a little backing card. Oh, and it just says Happy Humblebee enamel pin, a reminder to do more of what you love. And he's just sitting on a little flower because I thought it was just a really cute thing to have him like on that. And then this is my new pin from a Kickstarter that I did. We've got the Reach for the Stars enamel pin, which is Penguin, who is on so many of my products if you've kind of been on my shop or followed me for a while. And the star is glittery and it's got 2 yellow clasps. I'll see if I can show you a little better close up. So this is the Reach for the Stars enamel pin, and then there is glitter in the star. I don't know how well you can see that, but there is glitter in there, and I am so happy with this. I did order more because it was a Kickstarter. I actually ended up ordering 150 pins, so I think I have 50 odd to put in my shop, which is really exciting. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to just pop you over to the side and I'll take you through my little process of taking photos, and that's how we're going to start the week and go from there. That's all they are at the moment, but yeah, I'm going to try my best to give you some good content, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hello guys, welcome to Wednesday. I've decided I'm going to sit down and do a bit of Q&A for you, because I mentioned in last week's studio vlog that I'd like to do one of these again, just to sit down and chat with you guys. So that's what I'm going to do. I didn't film anything for the vlog yesterday, and I'm trying not to be too hard on myself with filming every day, because it's just not possible. I am absolutely shattered, and to be honest, not every day I want to film, and I want to make sure the footage that I'm putting out is as positive as it can be, whilst being honest at the same time. Yeah, so I didn't get much done yesterday, but I just had an order come through, which is really exciting, of a to-do list. I don't know what it is about stationery, but when I get a stationery order, it makes me extra excited. Like, I don't know why, because I suppose it's just a product that someone's like using on their desk. Like, it's, I don't know, I really like when things like that come through. So I just had an order come through, which is really lovely, so I'll pack that in the vlog later. And I'm also going to show you some drawing, because I've started another DTIYs. It's not an original piece, obviously, because it's someone else's piece, but it's from the lovely Meg from Fizz and Flourish, and I'm so happy with how it's come out so far. It's like, my hair's really annoying me, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's come out so far. It just feels very me, and I can see that how far I've come from like originally drawing people. Like, it's really nice to see. But yeah, it's only at sketch phase, and I don't know about some people, but I really struggle to like move on from the sketch phase sometimes, because it's just hard to imagine what it's going to look like fully coloured, and sometimes the messy stage is fun too. But yeah, I'm going to get on with some questions. So I had a few in last week's studio vlogs comments, and then I've also got some on Instagram that I put a little box on Instagram. So I'm just going to start going through them. So the first one is, do you have any tips for coordinating your brand into photos, social media and listings? So for me, the way that I do it is using the colour yellow. I absolutely love the colour yellow. It feels very me with my brand. It's a happy colour, like it's just something that's become very much part of me. So with social media, so for example YouTube, I try to incorporate yellow into my thumbnails now, or I always have, but like almost a bit extra now, as you've probably noticed. I also have this colour here. This is like my branding wall, by the way, and I have a yellow sofa as well. Yeah, I try to incorporate this here and there if I'm not sure what other colours to use, and then greys are just kind of, they just fitted with this wall well, but they are good kind of colours to bounce off of, or just more like neutral tones. Yeah, so that's how I do it with like Instagram and YouTube. I just try and incorporate that colour as much as I can. So if I do quotes, I do them on the yellow background, or if I've taken a photo of myself to like share a bit about me, there's like something in the background that's yellow, or I'll draw something over the top in Procreate that's yellow, whether it's hearts or swirls or leaves, like whatever it is. That's kind of how I incorporate it in. And then also, so photos and listings. Yeah, so when it comes to listing on Etsy, if you want to bring in a certain colour or a certain style, then use props. Like, you don't just have to take a photo of your item on like a white background. Throw in some props that you really like. Like, I know a lot of people are using candles at the moment. I use notebooks, pens. I have a little succulent that Aaron bought me that I use. It's just a fake little succulent, but it works really well to like balance things against, but it looks nice in the background, or at least I think so. So yeah, just kind of, if you have a set colour, like go wild with that colour and find things in the shop. Like if you have popped out of the shop and you're like, oh, that's a nice pen, get it because it'll look good in your photos. Like, yeah, that's kind of my tips on that. The next question is how I got started. Now, we could go a little deep with this one. Maybe we will a tiny bit. I started my business, it was 2 years ago in January, 30th of January. I started in 2019. I started it, to be completely honest, because of my health. So I have some health conditions, which means I'm, you know, more tired than the average person. I'm in a lot of pain on a daily basis, and it's quite hard for me to manage my body and holding down a job. So I used to work in a call centre, and I worked twice a week but only for 4 hours, and it got to the point where even that became hard for me, because if my body needs a rest day, it needs a rest day, and I was forcing myself into work and then creating a really negative cycle to the point I could have put myself in hospital. And yeah, it was a really difficult time for me, and it was actually my granddad, who sadly isn't with us anymore, but he sat me down and basically told me to quit and to look after myself. So I did that for a while. I looked after myself for a good year and a half before I thought about starting my business. I just got to such a bad point with my health. I just couldn't function as human, and I just needed some time away. So in that time I started to find my love for art again. I was painting, I was working with polymer clay, things like that, and I married my husband in September of 2018, and he really helped push me to start the business. So he bought a desk to have in his bedroom while we lived at his parents' before we moved in here, and I had a desk that I worked from, and I just started with simple things like cards and the clay items that I'd made, and I turned some of my paintings into cards and things, and then it's kind of grown from there, and it's been such a wonderful journey so far. Don't get me wrong, it's been really hard sometimes, but to be able to manage this alongside my health and not have to worry about getting up and going into work and it causing more issues, it's been really helpful. So yeah, that's kind of a shortened version of how the business came to be, and how I got started. But yeah, it was just because I put my body's needs first, and here I am. Any tips for beginners? My biggest tip would be, when you start on Instagram, because I know most people, it's a very good platform to build a community. There are so many people in this on the same journey as you are, whether it's in the same field or a different field. Like, there's so many people on these journeys, and my biggest tip is to not compare where you are with someone else, because just because someone looks like they're doing absolutely amazing doesn't mean they are. Or if they are, it's taken them years to get there, and your 2 months isn't going to compare to their 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many years it's been. Like, it's not going to compare. So as hard as it is, try not to compare yourself. Work on your own journey and do what you love. Don't just do things because other people want you to do it, or because you think something will sell. My favourite colour is yellow. I mean, I'm sure many of you know that, but yes, yellow is my favourite colour. There's a few like little random ones on here. My favourite animal, I absolutely love hedgehogs. I used to have a hedgehog, but yeah, I absolutely adore hedgehogs. I also am obsessed with Dalmatians. I have been from a very young age, and we've recently got our own, as I'm sure many of you know, or if you've watched this vlog so far, I think I put in a clip of him. But yeah, I think currently top of my list is hedgehogs, but it kind of changes, but hedgehogs are very sweet. Favourite season and favourite film. Favourite season would be autumn or spring. I don't like being too hot, I don't like being too cold, hence why I don't really like summer. I'm not really keen on winter, but I love spring and summer because I love jumpers and cardigans, and not having to wear an extra layer over the top like in winter is much nicer, and tights and dresses and boots. I just feel like it's a much more spring autumn kind of thing. And then also in spring you get like the baby animals, like we have bunnies that come out on the field. I'm looking out the window, there's a field here, and that's a really sweet thing. So yeah, definitely spring or autumn. And then a favourite film, that's quite difficult actually, because I don't really think I have like a favourite film. I tend to kind of go, oh yeah, I really loved that film. Like, there's always quite a lot. So, but I really loved the Maze Runner movies, not more number 1 and 2. I really love, this is a strange one, a lot of people find me really weird for it, but I really love Watership Down, and the BBC did a kind of 4-episode remake of that, which I loved. Other than I thought the characters didn't have much expression, or they weren't very individual, like they all looked the same, which I understand, you know, rabbits kind of look the same, but like in the original cartoon, or the animation, you could tell them apart, and I really loved that. But yeah, I love Watership Down, always have done. And then I suppose any chick flick, any easy watching movie like a chick flick or something, I really enjoy those. What do you like to do when you're not doing arty businessy things? I love to spend time with my husband watching movies. I love baking. When I have the energy to bake, that is so nice. My family actually bought me a cake mixer, like a stand mixer, for my birthday, which I'm really excited to use. I've been too tired recently, but it would just take that strain off me a little bit, and I can still bake without the added strain, and it can just become a more enjoyable process for me. What else do I like to do? Oh, gaming. I love to play on the Xbox with Aaron, or just, I don't know, Call of Duty. What else do I play? Oh my gosh, it changes all the time, but like Crash Bandicoot, and yeah, just like easygoing games. I'm not really a fan of like story games, but any like kind of mini game versions, or just quick rounds. I really love that kind of stuff. The next question is, how did you meet your husband? It's not the most exciting story in the world, and I love that you guys are interested in not just businessy stuff, but kind of random things about me as well. It's really nice. So we actually met, or we started talking on Facebook. That's the less exciting bit really, because you know, I feel like that's how a lot of people meet these days, isn't it? It's very technology, social media world that we live in, so it's very common for people to meet like that, and it's obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, so we met through Facebook. We actually went to the same school, but we were in very different groups, and we never mingled at all. But yeah, we started talking in December of 2016, and then we met in, it was like Boxing Day, after like 2 weeks of talking, and we just clicked and kind of couldn't be without each other. He's been so amazing, so understanding of my health, and has done everything that he can to help me with that. He never made me feel bad for not being able to do things, and he's just amazing, really. And then we got engaged in February of 2018, so just over a year of being with each other, and then we were married 6 years later. So yeah, for some people that's quite quick, but for us it's perfect, and now we have our own home and we have a puppy. He's amazing, really. But yeah, we met on Facebook. Not that exciting. Will there be any illustrations of Odin in the future? Because I'd love to see that. I've thought about this, to be honest. I did question whether I should do like a Dalmatian themed collection, but yeah, I don't know if I will. I might do something little, but I don't think I'll do anything crazy, unless I have an amazing idea to do something. But yeah, maybe, but not definitely. What job did you want to get when you were younger? So I've had a few different options when I was younger. The first job that I ever wanted was to be a bus driver because the steering wheels were absolutely massive when I was younger. Like, they were obviously just normal size now because of power steering and things, but when I was younger, buses used to have these massive, and I'm sure many of you guys know this as well, but they were huge, and it was something that fascinated me when I was younger, and I was like, yeah, I'd like to be a bus driver because of the steering wheels. Yeah, so a bus driver, and then for years and years and years I wanted to be a vet, but then I went and worked on the school farm, and they weren't very nice, and it really put me off, and it kind of just turned me away from maybe carrying on and doing those things. But that was something I did want to do when I was younger. And then another thing that I would have loved to do was work for the RSPCA as a call-out officer. That was a more recent kind of job that I'd like to have. But yeah, none of those happened. But I'm very happy with where I am, but that's kind of where my brain went when I was younger. Do you have a product you can show us that you never released in the end? I do, actually. Give me 1 second. So this sticker is my original Reach for the Stars sticker. I never ended up releasing them because I couldn't get the print quality quite right. So I didn't want to use the matte paper, but I didn't realise I could up the settings at that point. And then the gloss paper would always streak. But it is my astronaut with the Reach for the Stars quote on it. And that's what inspired my new Reach for the Stars collection, because I found this and I was like, I can do better. But yeah, this is a product that never made it to my shop, and I don't even know if you guys saw it. So, oh no, I think I took it to a craft fair, that's why I made it. But yeah, I don't believe I ever listed it on my shop, so it's probably one you've never seen. Are you participating in Mermaid? I really wanted to, but I've tried so hard to sit down and draw mermaids this year, and I just can't hack it. Like, I just can't. It's really frustrating me. But I'm hoping that I can participate in a couple of the prompts. If I take part, it will be Emily Harvey's 12 Days of Mermaids. And she's got a lovely prompt list. So if I can get a mermaid drawn, then it will be from that prompt list. Are you working on any new products? I'm not working on any new products at the moment. I'm just kind of not being too hard on myself, and yeah, just need to work on listing my new enamel pin and sticker, which I've taken all the photos for, and I need to work for a date. But yeah, nothing new at the moment. And the same with, do you have any launches planned? I don't have any at the moment, but that could change in the next few weeks. Sometimes ideas just woof into my head. That came into my head. What's your favourite product that you sell? My favourite product, well, that's so difficult because I have like loves for every single one of my products, and that's why they're in my shop. Well, I do need to go through it because some things I feel like I've just outgrown a little bit. But everything that I've created in the last year, I absolutely love. Some, like, the items mean so much to me, but I love my stationery and my key rings, and I've absolutely love stickers as well. That's something I'd love to build more of a collection of on my shop. But yeah, there's love for every single one of my products, but something that I love packing up is stationery, as I said before. But yeah. Oh, that's sweet. It says, how are you? I'm okay. Tired, but okay. Pushing on. It's just nice to be chatting with you guys on here, and letting you in a little bit more, because it's something I try to do as much as I can, and I feel like I've stepped back a lot recently. So yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking. I think that concludes the Q&A. I have been filming for 25 minutes, so that's a lot of editing that I need to do. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this little Q&A section. It's probably going to be a longer vlog because of it, but I really hope you have enjoyed listening to me chat away. Yeah, so the rest of the vlog is probably going to be some drawing, and then I did get an order, like I mentioned before, that I need to pack up. But yeah, let's just get on with the rest of the week.